On December 17th of 2022, the Duncanville Panthers faced off against their longtime rival, the North Shore Mustangs. In a competition that was nothing less than heroic, it was the Panthers who emerged the victors, winning their first state championship since 1998.
Reginald Samples gets the Gatorade shower, and the Duncanville Panthers are the kings of Texas football. They are the Class 6A Division I state champions.
It was a triumph worthy of celebration and a parade befitting of state champions.
Coach Samples, it's an honor to be here with you. You're incomparable, inimitable, and we thank you for bringing home that state championship in 2022 and bring us home another one.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Take care.
Thank you.
Well, hi, I'm Barry Gordon, Mayor of the City of Duncanville, and proud to serve as your mayor. And welcome to the 2023 State of the City. The reconstruction of Duncanville Road was a part of the 2018 bond program approved by voters in November of that year. Reconstruction began in April of 2021 with the planned completion of September 2022. A combination of redesigns, change orders to relocate a Dallas water line, and weather delayed opening of all lanes of traffic. Council and staff remain steadfast in our goal of completing this project. At the time of this recording, the Duncanville Road reconstruction is now 97% complete, with all 4 lanes of traffic open to serve you. Kidsville has been a beloved Duncanville landmark since 1989. But years of exposure to Texas weather made it necessary to replace what was once the country's largest volunteer constructed playground. Some people ask, why are we building another fort? The answer is we held town halls and learned that many Duncanville residents who once played here as children brought their grandchildren to the fort. That emotional connection made us realize another fort had to be built. On July 14th, we held a final play day for the fort before this demolition started. It was attended by hundreds of people who had fond memories of playing on the fort themselves, and now they bring their own children here. It was a wonderful day. We are closer than ever to completion. Very soon, we will welcome back kids of all ages to enjoy a year-round play experience right here in Armstrong Park. Our neighbors, near and far, love our year-round community events, from hazardous household waste and Operation Clean Duncanville, to the Memorial Day, Independence Day, Blue Bash, and Christmas festivities. The City of Duncanville prides itself on top-tier events that bring us together to take pride in our community and in celebration. As part of the adopted fiscal year 2023 budget, the new position of event planner was created, and in January, Angela Owens joined our team. She had to hit the ground running to coordinate 2 huge events. Each year, the city's partner for an annual tradition known as the Best Southwest Juneteenth celebration. In 2023, it was our turn to celebrate this important milestone in American history. On June 17th of 2023, the Juneteenth celebration returned to Armstrong Park, where it was attended by nearly 5,000 people. Our newly formed Arts Commission also made their public debut in 2023 when they hosted an art exhibit showcasing local talent. The theme of the exhibition, The Joy of Juneteenth. The artists' works were then put on display at City Hall. And then just a few short weeks after a massively successful Juneteenth event, it was time for the annual Independence Day celebration. Nearly 6,500 people enjoyed food, music, fireworks, and of course, an opportunity to come together to celebrate our great nation. On May 18th of 2021, Gus Garcia, the city's Managing Director of Development Services, presented an inventory of city-owned properties.
Here is a property identified often as the Ladd property or the Hamilton property. As you can see, the value right now for the appraisal district is $534,330.
This land has a history in our city dating back to 1929. The property was purchased in 1993 by Bob and Trudy Ladd. And 5 years later, in 1998, Mr. Ladd granted the land to the city with restrictions. The presentation by Gus Garcia would lead to a longer and more meaningful conversation between the City Council and the community.
I ask you to seriously explore the option of designating this area as a preserve.
I'm here to support 100% of keeping the Ladd land a preserve.
Support the use of the Ladd property as a green space.
I too support maintaining the Ladd land as a preserve.
On February 28th of 2022, a petition was filed with the city secretary. A week later, on March 7th, that petition was to be presented to council. Though it was determined the petition didn't meet the legal requirements of the city's charter to become an ordinance, we still recognized the opportunity which we had been presented with.
Regardless of its validity, it stands as a document and evidence to us as a council that the voice of our citizens must be heard. And regardless of the legal interpretation and application, I speak for myself, and I will allow the other council members to speak for themselves. I don't want to assume their position. I believe I, as mayor of this city, will ask the rest of this council to move forward with your wishes.
It took time and patience as the city went through the steps required to update the comprehensive zoning ordinance to allow for the designation of a nature preserve. The work done by citizens, staff, and council brought us to the July 18th, 2023 meeting. By working together, we were able to amend the city's comprehensive plan, amend the zoning ordinance to allow for a nature preserve, amend the zoning district text, and ultimately make the zoning change that would turn those 42.419 acres of land into the Charles F. Ladd Nature Preserve.
I stated this at the outset. I'm going to reiterate it now that this is complete. In December, this council made an obligation, my words, we will deliver an ordinance, and we have delivered that ordinance tonight. We have done what we have promised to do.
But what comes next for the Charles F. Ladd Nature Preserve? In the first half of 2024, residents and stakeholders will be invited to participate in the development of a master plan. Follow the city's website, social media, and email for newsletters and announcements of town halls and invitations for your input. Star Transit, a public bus transportation service that has operated in North Texas since 1980, works to provide people with safe, affordable, convenient, and desirable mobility options to enrich quality of life by connecting all to services and opportunities. In May of 2023, your City Council and I were pleased to be able to approve an interlocal cooperative agreement that brought Star Transit to the city of Duncanville. Now, residents can utilize Star Transit to get to work, to get to school, to the doctor's office, or even to sit down and have a cup of coffee with a friend. Services like Star Transit are helping our local economy grow. So too are the entrepreneurs who are opening new businesses right here in our great city.
Here you go, Mayor.
Thank you, Leah. Most cities have shifted away from being centers for manufacturing and trade. In their place, the service industry has emerged as the dominant sector in many economies, including Duncanville's. Businesses in Duncanville and the tax revenue they generate are critical, making it possible for the city to provide services to our constituents. With the tax dollars generated by local businesses, your city government can provide the best equipped and best trained police, fire, and emergency medical services. The building and maintenance of our roads and sidewalks is also supported. Tax revenue provides clean water and pristine parks that create an unparalleled quality of life here in Duncanville. Local businesses also provide many employment opportunities that allow for our residents to live and work in their community. So Leah, tell me what your thoughts were about bringing your business to Duncanville.
Well, there are several things that I considered when choosing Duncanville. First is geography. We are so conveniently located here on Main Street, sandwiched between the two main interstates, 15 minutes from downtown Dallas. So I'm able to get customers from Dallas as well as further south in the best Southwest cities. And also, I am really impressed with the multi-generational, multi-living here in Duncanville. So we have customers as young as 6 months old, all the way up to age 99 years old. So it's been really awesome to accommodate families and people from all ages.
Many business owners heard the call that Duncanville is open for business. Each of them had a special reason for choosing to invest in the City of Champions.
Howdy, my name is Alfonso Hernandez. I'm the owner of Ponto Breakfast Burritos. Decidí abrir mi negocio aquí en Duncanville porque sabía que era buena localidad. Sabía que no había tanta comida mexicana alrededor de esta área. También porque estaba cerca del high school y sabía que son en realidad traer negocio.
Hey, my name is Joseph Morris. I operate the restaurants Chick-fil-A Cedar Hill and Chick-fil-A Duncanville. Really, the entire city of Duncanville has been extremely welcoming, extremely easy for us to do business with. They made the process from just starting construction all the way through opening extremely easy and a lot of fun for us. So my other franchise is in the city of Cedar Hill, obviously a very close neighbor to the city of Duncanville. And part of the Chick-fil-A purpose is really to have a positive influence on all we come in contact with. And a great way for us to expand our influence is to go into communities that we're not already at. And knowing that there's a lot of crossover between our guests in Cedar Hill and Duncanville, we saw this as a great opportunity for us to expand not just our corporate, but our personal influence.
Duncanville is a great place to invest your dollars. First of all, the city has great leadership and great vision for the community. Secondly, Duncanville, although it is well developed, it creates unique opportunities for revitalization and redevelopment. There's opportunities to bring in new restaurants, retails, and other amenities that the community can fully embrace and enjoy. Finally, the city of Duncanville is nestled real nicely around other cities, other communities, and can be that conduit for economic development.
Proposition C of the 2018 bond project included the construction of a new fire station, 271 on Camp Wisdom Road, and the replacement of the city's Emergency Operations Center, also known as the EOC. The original fire station was built in 1966 and was not designed to support today's firefighting crews or modern-day fire apparatus. The new state-of-the-art fire station, which is on track to be activated in the early part of 2024, is a beautiful piece of architecture that provides for the needs of male and female firefighters and includes bays sized for our quint. In the last year, Duncanville police officers responded to thousands of calls for service. Our police officers are oftentimes the first to arrive on the scene and the best hope for saving lives.
My name is Officer Manning, and I've been with the city of Duncanville for 5 years now. Honestly, I've always wanted to be a police officer. Since I was little, like watching cop shows and stuff, I was like, that looks fun. But as I grew older, I just wanted to do it because I enjoy helping people and I enjoy building relationships with people and meeting different people. I remember for that call on that day, when I arrived at Red Lobster, it was an elderly lady. She was unresponsive and she was still sitting in her seat. So myself and another officer who responded with me put her to the ground, lied her flat on her back, and immediately began CPR because she was not responsive and she did not have a pulse. And we did CPR until she began breathing again, and then medics arrived on scene and she was carried to the hospital. The most rewarding part of my job, I would say, has actually changed with the years of my career. So initially it was, getting the bad guys, like, yeah, I got them off the street. But now it's honestly just about building relationships. It's honestly about being able to be there for somebody, young, old, it doesn't matter, just being able to give guidance and advice to somebody who was probably calling me at the worst part of their life. So I would say that would be the most rewarding for me, to be able to help somebody at their worst moment.
I'm RJ McCarty. I've been with the city of Duncanville for almost 14 years. My biggest inspiration to become a police officer was my father. He was a police officer for nearly 30 years. Growing up, I really didn't see myself as a police officer when I got older. I entered the military, and it was there that I gained a passion for public service. So when I separated from the military, I just wanted to serve on a different level. Went into the kitchen area and found him completely unresponsive on the floor. He wasn't breathing, had no pulse. I began chest compressions on the male. We had some signs of some response from the patient before the medics arrived, but they continued CPR after they got there. Every day we're called upon by citizens who a lot of times are experiencing the worst day of their life, and it's our response that can make that difference.
My name is Officer Peterson. I've been with the city of Duncanville for 2 years. After departing the military, I wanted to continue to serve my community in some way. I sought that the police department be the best way that I do that. The most rewarding aspect of our job is just being able to help people at their worst and at their best. We received a call of an unresponsive person. Female on scene said that they'd been unresponsive for approximately 20 minutes. We immediately started CPR, and then after the administration of Narcan and the medics' arrival, then we were told that they were responsive and able to keep going.
Police officers have a complicated job. We're asked to do a lot of things, but when we're able to directly impact lives by saving a life, that's where we basically get down to what we mean when we say we want to help people.
In June of 2023, our officers are recognized in the state capitol for their acts of heroism and valor. It was deserved recognition for our officers and a proud moment for our entire community. The men and women of our police, fire, and emergency medical services continue to serve our community as professionals, as protectors of our way of life, and as heroes. I invite you to join me in thanking them for their good work. During the pandemic, live-streamed and recorded public meetings became an essential tool in keeping our community informed. Through an agreement with Swagat, we set a path toward making improvements to our live streaming and with our meetings. Admittedly, there were a number of challenges had been made the transition, but we held our course intent on broadcasting multi-camera meetings with closed captioning available in English and Spanish. In fiscal year 2023, we focused on improvements to customer service. The Customer Advocacy Department was created to assist residents, business owners, and stakeholders in having a successful and pleasant visit to City Hall. Whether by phone or in person, our knowledgeable team is here to greet and assist you in both English y Español. In 2023, the City Council for the City of Duncanville undertook the very, very important process of selecting a new city manager for our city. It's very important to understand and note that the city manager is, by charter of the city, the CEO, the chief executive officer of the city. We selected 3 individuals for personal interviews, and out of those 3 personal interviews, we selected 1 person.
Mayor, thank you for the introduction. Really found that I had a passion as a young man for local government. And for me to go back to school as an adult learner, get my master's degree in public administration, and really focus specifically on becoming a municipal manager.
I am very, very happy and proud to stand here with our new city manager, Doug Finch, Doug, welcome to the City of Champions.
Thank you, man.
You are going to be doing a fabulous job for our city. We are dynamic and excited and know that you're going to bring some excitement to everything that we do here in our city. So, Doug, tell us just a little bit about yourself, what you have plans for our city.
Thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited to be here in the City of Champions and get to know the people. And already the community has just been so fantastic and so warm and welcoming to myself and my wife. And we're looking forward to getting to know everybody. That's going to take some time. There's a lot of folks to get to know. But my background is really in longer-term financial planning, strategic planning, economic development, balance, as well as infrastructure development. So I'm really looking forward to working with the council and really implementing the plans that you have established and all the work that you've done, Mayor. And I'm really looking forward to working side by side with you.
Well, Doug, again, it's an honor to have you here. You and your wife, Fabiola. Welcome to the City of Champions.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
On February 6, 1978, Duncanville Mayor Richard L. Davidson and the City Council proudly adopted the tagline, "The City of Champions." This was not a mere aspiration. It was a heartfelt acknowledgement of the remarkable achievements that occur daily within Duncanville. It is a tribute to our exceptional athletes, their dedicated coaches, inspiring teachers, and supportive parents. It is a salute to the visionary entrepreneurs, their diligent employees, and loyal patrons. It is a recognition of the various artists and artisans contributing to the cultural fabric of our city. It is a celebration of our brave first responders, including our valiant firefighters, skilled emergency management staff, our courageous police officers and staff, and the many volunteers supporting them. It is an appreciation for the individuals who diligently maintain our streets, ensure the constant flow of clean water to our homes and businesses, and faithfully serve our community day in and day out.
Together, we are what make Duncanville a special place to live, work, and play. On behalf of your City Council, City Management, my wife Marlis, I thank you for watching the 2023 State of the City. May God bless you and your family. May God continue to bless the United States. And may God forever hold in His favor Duncanville, our City of Champions.